Okay, greetings everyone. This is Mr. Soares, Social Studies teacher from Pembroke High School. Alright, remember to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm doing this because we are on 14 days off from school, so instead of being at home not doing much, I've decided to start uploading videos on YouTube with the Social Studies CSEC syllabus. Alright, so this morning I'm going to start with the family. That's the first topic in social studies. So the family is a group of people living together under the same roof who are related by blood, marriage, or adoption. That is the family. Good. Then there are several types of families. Good. There's the nuclear family, which consists of both parents and a child or children living together under the same roof. Good. Then there is a single parent family. That is when only one parent lives with the child or children. Right? Then we have the sibling family. That is when both parents are absent and an older sibling lives with and takes care of the younger ones. Good. Then we have the reorganized family. Another name for the reorganized family is the blended or reconstituted family. Good. This is where one original family has ended and the mother or the father with the child or children goes and form a new family with another male or female. Understand? Then we have the another family. I want you to think and tell me, before me even tell you, I want you to think and tell me what that other type of family is. So we look at nuclear, extended, reorganized, sibling, single parent. So one other family is the extended family. This is where two or more generations are living together in the same roof. Right? Actually, let's do that one more time. More than two generations living together under the same roof. That is an extended family. So that is a family where you have your grandmother, you have your uncle, you have cousins, your brother and your sister, probably your parents or a parent. Good. Then now, let's look now at the functions of a family. Good. One of the main functions of the family is socialization. So socialization is where children are taught how to function in society. So this is where you are taught right from wrong and how to actually just be a good citizen. By saying good morning, good afternoon, you are taught appropriate and inappropriate behaviors. You are given roles and responsibilities and you are taught basic skills, basic survival skills, right? The family is also responsible for procreation. That is the continuation of the human race. So the family is responsible for having babies, bringing new life into the world. Good. There's also the family as an economic unit. So the family must take care of its members' needs and wants. Good. So certain basic needs should be provided for: food, shelter, and when we look at economic, we are talking about money, right? So the family as a social unit, so the family is responsible for the psychological and emotional development of each family member. So in your family you must have somebody where you can talk to. They must look out for you. If you have a problem, they should help you to solve it. Understand? Then let's look now at the family unions. So there are three main types of family unions. There's the legal marriage, or what we call monogamy. Right? That's the legal marriage. That is a marriage between one man, one woman that is recognized by law. Then we have a common law union. That is when a man and a woman lives together for 5 years or more without being legally married. Good? That's a common law union. Then we have a visiting relationship. That is when a man and a woman is in a relationship but they don't live together. So they visit each other for money or for sex, or if children is involved, right, they actually look for the family to see the child and spend a little time with them, but them don't actually live together in the same house. That is family unions. Good. Let's look now at the roles and responsibilities of family members. Okay, so we're going to split this into traditional and non-traditional roles. Good. We must also look at the kinship terms like matrifocal, patrifocal, matriarchal, patriarchal. An easy way to understand these terms is the one that begins with P usually refers to the male, and the one that begins with M usually refers to the female. So wherever you see a P, patrifocal, patrilineal, right, patriarchal, it means that the man has direct authority over the family. Good. Wherever you see M, matrifocal, matrilineal, the woman has authority, right? So either they live with the woman's parents, if it's M, the woman is the head of the family, or the lineage follows the female line. Same for the P that refers to the man. Good. So traditional roles: the father was traditionally the breadwinner, he was the disciplinarian, right? He was the one who goes out and work, right? And if the child did anything, the mother would tell him when he comes home. So those were his two main traditional roles: breadwinner and also the disciplinarian. He was also the main decision maker, so the wife wouldn't make any decision unless she consult with him and he gives the go ahead. Good. Traditional female roles now: she was a stay-at-home mom, so she did domestic duties like wash, cook, clean. She took care of the children, right? The woman generally never used to work. She only probably had a side job. For example, she did a little sewing and sell, or she would have a little small shop at home that she was in charge of, or she did a little backyard gardening and farm some cash crops. Good. And she also satisfied the man's sexual needs. The children now, they did household chores and they also babysit if they have younger siblings. Good. And they learned all they can in school. Traditional roles of the grandparents: they also did some babysitting and they would give advice to the married couple as well. But with time, we realize that those roles have changed. Good. Because the men are no longer the central figure in the family, but the men have now become marginalized with the advent of technology and education, because women no longer want to stay home and look after children, but the women want to go out there to get higher education and actually seek employment. So because of that, the family suffers. That is both beneficial and disadvantageous. Beneficial meaning the women get some sense of independence or feel important, you understand, because they're actually working now and earning their own money, right? But the family suffers too, because the child is not well taken care of, in my opinion, that is, because the woman actually have to go out and work. So she's not there as much like before to cater to the child's emotional and psychological needs, help the child with homework. Because many times when the women go out to work, they come in back late, and sometimes the child not even see them, because the hour that they come in at night, the child is probably sleeping. You understand? And they can't really attend to the child, so that is a problem. There's also the advent of technology. Labor-saving devices have been created, like washing machine, right? So the woman now have to sit down over the pan and slave over clothes anymore. She can just put them in the machine and then wash, rinse, and she actually put them on the line to dry. Or if she have up her good up money, she can afford a dryer and put them in the dryer and dry them. Understand that? So we see that some of the roles are changing, because we now have stay-at-home dads. So we have a few males who don't go out and work. They stay home and do the domestic duties, household chores, wash, cook and clean, while the woman go out and work. Then we have both parents co-heading families, where them say one hand can clap or bird can fly upon one wing. So both the man and the woman works and takes care of the family. Great. So the men have become marginalized, so the focus is no longer on the men. That is why I believe, in my opinion, that so many males are falling behind, you understand, and the women have taken the forefront. Although I cannot deny the fact that some men are just probably worthless. This probably sound harsh, but some men are probably worthless and don't want to take care of them families, because they impregnate these women and then they run away from their responsibilities. And this is not good. This is absolutely not good. In no way this is good. Alright, some women also are waiting to have babies, so they're not having babies early like other times. So they're waiting because of family planning, that is widely available, so they can really survive on their own. So they have become independent. So them go out, them have them nice job, they buy them nice house, drive them nice car, and they don't have anybody living with them. Like they don't have a boyfriend, they don't have a husband, they don't have a fiance, because they say they're independent. Or if they have somebody, it's like a visiting relationship. So the partner just come and visit them and then leaves. Understand? Alright, so now let us look at preparing for parenthood. Right? Becoming a parent is not something to do, is not something you do without careful thought about its implications. So somebody should not just get up and say, oh, I want to have a baby, or some guys will say, yeah, time now for me to have a youth. It's actually more than that. This is something that you should sit down with your partner and plan for. Look at all the pros and cons. You understand? Because having a child is a serious decision. This is not something that should happen casually or by mistake. A lot of times you will hear females saying that, not if you want to get pregnant, or the guy would say he never want to have a baby with that particular girl, it just happened by accident. We should not allow these things to happen with us, especially as young people. This is something that we should plan for. Understand? So the woman must be physically mature and healthy in order to bring a baby. Many times women are not healthy, so they have all kind of problems during and after pregnancy, right? Some babies will have difficulty being born because the woman passageway is very small. It is not developed where it can actually expand and push out the baby. Understand? Some females too will have like pregnancy diabetes, pregnancy hypertension. We have women dying in childbirth, right? We have baby being born with all kind of illnesses because the mother was not healthy during pregnancy, because we have some females who drink and smoke and that affects the baby. Understand? Some of them, they don't practice proper nutrition, so the baby is born with all kind of deficiencies. So we have to look out and watch for that as well. Good. One of the most important factors to consider when becoming a parent is financial readiness, because we can't have the baby and don't have a means or a way to take care of that child. Because many of us who grew up poor, we would want our child to have a better life than us. So we must be financially ready. So we must understand that babies take money. Babies take money, right? So you must be financially ready. There must also be emotional and psychological readiness, because a baby is no joke. I keep on saying that over and over, but a baby is no joke. We have to understand that, when the baby begins to cry, I'm not even gonna go to after the baby is born, but during pregnancy, when a woman's body begins to change, because a lot of females are body conscious, right? So because they are body conscious, when them nose start get big and spread up on 3/4 of them face, right? Their hands and feet begin to swell, them can't keep down any food, they're vomiting, they feel for certain things, some weird things, right? You understand? Them get miserable, some of them can't stand their boyfriend because they are pregnant, they sleep a lot, all kind of those things. When the baby is born, and the baby cries, every tick of the clock the baby cries. Sometimes some baby are sickly, you have to be at the hospital with them or at the doctor with them regularly. Those things can take a strong emotional toll on a female and on a male as well if he's involved in the child's life. So you have to be emotionally and psychologically ready, because having a baby will drain you emotionally, right? You should also have knowledge, right? So know what to eat, what not to eat, know what to do as a mother and a father, and what you cannot do. So you must know of best practices. Good, you must have the skills and the attitude, because you can't give the baby a tea and burn up the whole of the baby mouth. Understand? So you must have the skill. You have to know how to hold the baby, right? You have to know what you can feed the baby at certain stage, because some babies, they can't eat anything. You understand? So you have to know the right nutrition that you should follow when they are ready to eat actual food. Good. So finish with preparation for parenthood. So I hope this video was helpful to you. So we looked at the family, the types of families, the functions of families. We look at preparation for parenthood. Good. We are going to look now at the family and the law. There are laws to protect family members from themselves and also from outside influences, because we don't want people to do anything that they feel like to family members. Good. So if there's a divorce, the laws are there to say who inherits what, whether it is finances, whether it is possessions, or whether it is the children. Good. If there's a will, then the court decides the authenticity of the will and who gets what. Whether there is child abuse, there is domestic abuse, the law is there to take care of that. Understand? And then with the family also, ladies and gentlemen, they're not necessarily going to ask you just to define terms. Good. They're going to give you problems and for you to come up with solutions. Good. Something like, you know, that bigamy is when you are married lawfully already and then you go and marry again without getting a divorce, right? So if there is a divorce, how can that affect the couple? How can that affect the child? You must know those things and come up with solutions. Counseling is a general solution for almost any problem, and that is very, very easy to remember. Counseling can help anything, right? You could have meetings with people, you understand? Public education campaign, those things are very, very good when you talk about counseling. All right, I hope this video was helpful to you guys. Have a good day, and you can watch it anytime.